What did I just watch? I'm being completely serious. This isn't a rhetorical question. I have no idea what I just forced myself to watch. Oh, I know that I just watched a barely feature-length animated Batman film that features some of the worst comedy and horniness ever produced, but I don't know what purpose this movie serves. This is a Bruce Timm project, the co-creator of Batman the Animated Series. He directed Mask of the Phantasm, not just one of the best animated Batman movies, but one of the best Batman movies in general, maybe the best. So I have no idea how Bruce Timm got to this point. He helped write and produce this monstrosity. Before I even continue, I'm not even going to worry about avoiding spoilers, nor would I recommend you seeking out this movie before continuing the review. It's barely so bad it's good. It's more physically revolting than anything else. You aren't missing much.
You say I'm a criminal. They say I'm a hooah. Well, I'm sick of other people telling me what I am.
There are 3 good jokes, 2 quality elements present, and 1 critic who never wants to watch another movie again. Can you guess who that critic is? Sorry, you've run out of time. The answer was me. I'm that critic. The 3 good jokes are as follows. Batman saying, "God help us," after realizing Harley Quinn is their contingency plan. Don't worry, Bats, I understand how you feel. The second joke is Ivy after beating D-grade Swamp Thing in a Revenge of the Sith force battle. Struggling against this overwhelming force, seemingly victorious, she says the plant world belongs to me, and then she gets her shit rocked by a simple punch from the bad Green Man. The other joke I laughed at was some throwaway line I can't remember or even find anymore. I liked the opening credits. Don't get me wrong, they were painfully unfunny, but the semi-generic music and the art style was decently interesting and captured my attention. And finally, for the good stuff, Kevin Conroy does give a good job delivering the utter filth he is required to say. I'm never forgiving Bruce Timm for forcing poor Kevin Conroy to describe Harley Quinn's farts as being not so bad, it smells like discipline. Imagine in the new Ghostbusters movie they had Bill Murray say, "Oof, ouch, owie, my tummy wummy hurts." People would riot in the streets and we would never see the directors make another movie again. But somehow this war crime has gone unnoticed, and this actually brings me to the first big issue with this film.
Smells like discipline.
At first I couldn't tell if the delivery of the lines was worse or the dialogue was superior in its shit levels. It's like the chicken and the egg, except I don't care which came first. Also, both are rancid and no amount of sauce will save this culinary disaster. I want to read off my 5 favorite lines of dialogue. Trust me, boys and girls, these are Scorsese-esque. First we have the classic, the iconic, "It's not so bad, it smells like discipline," said by the Kevin Conroy. Next we have, "I'm helping you out pro boner, I might add," which is... oh god, it's just fantastic. "Be a good boy and maybe mama will give you a cookie," which of course Harley Quinn has said to a tied down Nightwing as she prepares to engage him in sexual intercourse. "I could go for a Reuben with extra kraut." It's so fucking bad, and I honestly can't even describe why this is a bad line or why it's amazing. I just love it. And finally, last but certainly not least, "Oh yeah, just freaking try it, butt wipe," which, considering how adult this movie is at times, is just the funniest shit. It sounds like fight dialogue from a Disney Channel original movie. These, plus a few other moments, were the only things to spark some sort of life and joy within me, for different reasons than the filmmaker intended, I might add, but life nonetheless. Most of this movie is just bad humor, and the key ingredient to not only making a bad film, but a grating film, an annoying film, is bad humor. The writers, I'm blaming Bruce Timm once again because he's an easy scapegoat, decided to give the 3 main characters only one thing to do. Batman is the exposition machine, Nightwing provides color commentary, and Harley Quinn only has awful off-topic conversation. And who would have guessed the awful, unfunny conversation is what the writers decided to focus on, because of course. This is not helped by Harley Quinn's awful voice. I'm sorry to whoever voiced her, but that is some of the worst voice work I've heard in a long time.
Anything else for you today, boys?
Lauren Lester as Nightwing delivers a saltine performance, being dry as all hell. As I said before, Kevin Conroy does the best he can, but not even the Batman can save us at this point.
Yeah, me too. Totally good.
This could be considered the thesis of my video. I could talk about the bad, lazy animation that is especially present in the bar dance scene, where multiple assets and animations are reused in a way that is almost insulting. I could talk about the cliché-ridden plot where one of the funniest moments of the film happens, where Harley Quinn is saying this really quote-unquote emotional nonsense dialogue to a scientist who has just died after telling the gang vital information, which is my favorite trope, by the way. But no, I find talking about those other details futile when the main issue is staring us in the face. Bruce Timm needs to get laid ASAP. Let's discuss the evidence, shall we, as we review the case of the people versus Bruce Timm and his on-display horniness. Warning, some of these descriptions will be disgusting because this movie is absolutely revolting. There are multiple shots of Harley Quinn's ass and Poison Ivy's crotch. These aren't quick cuts either, these are long shots. These shots are only accented by how thick Harley Quinn is, and she is comically levels of thick, because whenever she isn't being presented as a plaything for Bruce, she looks normal, but any sexy scene she becomes a blow-up sex doll. Batman blackmails a man into giving up information because he was doing the naughty when he shouldn't have been. Harley Quinn is almost sexually assaulted by a group of diner patrons. Harley Quinn has sex with a tied-down Nightwing, but don't worry, it's consensual, I guess, because she notices Dick's enlarged bulge. Batman walks in on them engaging in a post-sexual intercourse tickle fight of some sorts. We aren't given specifics, but Nightwing has to stop or Harley will pee herself. Bruce, you are sick in the head, sir. I'm not one to kink shame, but it's necessary here. Harley says pro boner instead of pro bono. She does a boob shake plus multiple ass shots during her bar song about telephones or whatever. There is simply too much evidence here not to think that Bruce Timm created this for himself and only released it to the public so he could get the project cleared. I rest my case.
God help us.
I know this video wasn't partaking in an incredibly deep analysis, but sometimes you just can't, and you just can't with Batman and Harley Quinn. I can't analyze the thematic complexities of Harley Quinn's farts, nor would I want to if I could. As I work on my big Pixar video, this was ultimately a beneficial experience, as this reminds me what bottom-of-the-barrel animation looks and sounds like. It provides perspective, and that is one thing I thank Bruce Timm for providing me. Thank you guys for watching. I highly recommend you join me on Twitter @TheWorstCritic or join me on Discord. Subscribe, hit the bell, and farewell.